and welcome to the first ever episode of The People's Law, where the law meets the people. My name is Sayama Peseni, and I am honored to go with you on this journey. The journey that's going to bring the law out of the courtroom into your home, your business, your community, and your everyday life. The People's Law is more than just a TV program. It is a platform designed to help you understand your rights, your responsibilities, and the system that govern our everyday life. From topics such as theft, defilement, debt, you name it. We're going to cover all of them on this show in a way that is easy for you to understand, and you can ask questions and feel free to participate at any given time. Welcome back. Our topic for today is understanding your bail and bond rights. The role of the police is to maintain the rule of law and protect the citizens. And today we're honored to be joined by Mr. Godfrey Chilawe. Mr. Chilawe, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, and it's my pleasure being here.
It is an honor to have you, sir.
Thank you.
So we'd just like you to highlight bond.
Indeed, thanks so much. So bail and bond, there is a thin line in between these two. Maybe allow me to start from this perspective so that we bring our viewers into context.
No problem, sir.
So as Zambia Police Service, we are the first line, in the criminal justice system.
Yes.
So we do have a situation where someone has been arrested, procedures taken to court.
To court, yes.
Via the prosecution's authority.
Yes.
And then from court, that suspect will not come back to a police station or police custody. Instead, they will proceed to the correctional facility.
Okay.
So there are situations in that, as police, we've apprehended this person, charged and arrested formally, and instead of them being taken to the court via prosecution, as for prosecution authority,
Yes.
they are released from custody.
Okay.
So that from home, they are released from custody, maybe they go home. Then from home, that's when they will be attending, court
sessions
from
okay.
home.
Yes.
So in that case, that allowance where someone has been released from police custody to enable them to attend court from home,
Yes.
that's what we call a police bond.
Police bond.
Yes, it's an undertaking. That's what we need to understand.
Okay.
Then secondly, we presume he's still in custody, taken to court,
Yes.
and from court they are supposed to go to the correctional facility. And then from correctional facility, I'm sure you've heard about someone being remanded at remand prison, the famous Kamwala, for instance.
Yes.
So from Kamwala to court. Now they may apply to the court so that instead of appearing from Kamwala, they can be released and then appear from home.
From home.
Yes. So in this case, that's what we call a bail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
To make it easier, we used to do special paper one. I don't know whether the special paper one, So I would say police bond is to
From
police.
the police?
Bond is to police.
Okay.
As bail
That
is
is
to
to?
court. That's the simplest way of, dissecting this. Exactly.
Or bail is to prison, bond is to police.
Bail, court, bail is to court, or court is to bail, okay? As police is to bond,
Okay.
exactly.
But they're
all
actually
of
being
them,
released from prison.
Yes, instead of appearing from correctional facility, remand prison,
Yes.
they'll be coming from home, appearing at court.
So they're being released from the prison to go home, and then
Go
they'll be
home,
appearing.
Yes,
Okay.
until such a matter is presided over, judgment, if found guilty, they go back to the correctional facility.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So at
But the
what?
principle is one and the same. This person is out of custody, out of police custody and out of remand, they're attending court. So they have one principle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So at what stage of arrest or detention can someone apply for bail?
Thank you so much. So maybe we start with a police bond, maybe in that
Yes.
way. Yeah.
Yes,
So police bond happens when the police have finished their formalities. This person has been apprehended for stealing a phone from the motor vehicle. He's brought to the police. As police, will do all our formalities, apprehension, we charge, okay? We formally charge and arrest them. Okay. Meaning the charge has been given formally to the suspect. So it's at that point in time that the suspect can apply released on a police bond. Yeah. Okay. So police bond comes in at the last time that now next this person has to appear in court, and by then the docket of case will be forwarded to the court. Okay. So they'll be coming from home to the court until when the matter is presided over. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But for the bond, bail comes in when you appear, the charge is mentioned. For you, we call it mention. You take plea, whether you plead guilty or not. Guilty. So it's after taking plea that the court may give you police bond or later on. So bail only happens when you've taken plea. The charge is mentioned to you, you've taken plea. Yes. So it only comes after plea. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So is every offense eligible for bail or bond? And if not, which offenses are eligible?
No, not every offense is is bondable or bailable. So there are classes of offenses or class of offenses. There are those that we call capital offenses. So capital offenses is any offense whose sentence, for instance, may lead up to, that time we had corporal punishment, may lead up to death. So there are certain offenses that are non-bailable, and in this case, capital offenses. Okay. So which offenses do we have when we say capital offenses? Yes, these could be murder, for instance, kill someone. This is non-bondable, no bailable. You not be given bond or bail. Aggravated robbery. It's a very serious offense. You cannot be given bail or bond. Other than that, treason, it's a capital offense. You may not be given bail or bond. And any other offenses that fall under, we call them State Security Act. Espionage, for instance, you cannot be given bond or bail. We also have offenses under narcotics. Okay. Drug-related. Exactly. Offenses. There are certain offenses where you cannot be given bond or bail. And also when you are a second offender, for the offense of theft of motor vehicle. First offender, bond can be given. But if you're a repeated offender...
Both bond and bail can be given.
Yes. If you're a repeated offender, then that will not be given to you. So it's conditional. That's what we need to understand. Yeah. Okay. And it's not a must. All right? If we follow the Criminal Procedure Code, Chapter 88 of the Laws of Zambia, it says the officer in charge of a police station may release someone on police bond. So time and again, we hear people demanding that please give him police bond. No, it's conditional.
Depending on the offense.
The offense, nature, there are certain considerations, if you allow me, that we follow before, raising someone on bond.
Yeah, that was actually leading to my next questions. Are there any considerations under the class of offenses where bail can actually be given or bond can be given? Are there any considerations that might lead the police to deny the bond or bail application?
Exactly. As I said, it's conditional. It's an undertaking. So in this case, if we feel that the suspect is a flight risk, once released, this person may disappear. And also, in an event that the suspect or accused person is of no fixed abode. We don't know where they stay. We can't trace them. They will not be given that. Then, in situations where we feel that the suspect or accused person, once released, they will interfere with witnesses. Interfering with witnesses. You release them, tomorrow morning, they go and interfere with witnesses, either threatening them or maybe bribing them, if such a situation, or any kind of interfering, disturbing the course of justice. In that case, we will not give them police bond at the police station.
Okay. So are there any fees attached to police bond or bail? Are suspects supposed to pay any amount for them to be released on bail or bond?
A police bond is free. Talking about police bond in this case, a police bond is free.
That is released from police custody.
Police custody is free. You don't have to pay anything. Time and again, we receive complaints to say, Police officers may be demanded, some money, so this person is released. Police bond is free, absolutely free.
Okay.
But on that document, there is what we call surety. Okay? So surety is an amount of money that is indicated on the copy there, the police bond. It could maybe, upon being released, before being released, we put an amount of money there. For instance, 5,000 kwacha. So we call that as surety.
Okay.
You will not pay that money there and then. But that money will be paid in an event that you do not obey the conditions that you've been given. Exactly. You do not appear at court. Then that money will be paid as surety in this case. Okay. And after the matter has been disposed of, then definitely, that money will be given back to you.
Okay. For now, we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. So just for clarity, for the sake of our viewers, bail and bond, from what you have highlighted, do not mean that a suspect has been cleared or acquitted.
No. In fact, thank you very much for bringing that up. Because when some of the people see that the suspect is in custody, usually what comes out is that, no, maybe he's bribed officials, the matter is over. No. Let's understand that there are cases, offenses that are bearable or bondable. So when you see that suspect outside, back in the community, it doesn't mean that the matter is over. Yes, that person could have been released on a police bond.
So the police bond and bail, depending on the case.
Nature of the case.
The nature of the
offense
case.
Bondable,
Yes.
very good, let this person. Are they of fixed aboard that we are able to trace them? No.
So that is a right also for the suspects, because I think we feel like if someone has been arrested for a particular crime, then they cease to have any rights to any.
You have got that right,
Yes.
Indeed, but it's conditional. That's what we need to understand.
At the discretion of the police, obviously.
The officer in charge of a police station.
Okay.
Yes. So, and there are certain situations where maybe at the police station, we say we deny you police bond. When you go to court, you may apply for bail. We do have people at the police station, we say no. When they go to court, they start appearing, they apply for bail, then the court may release them on bail. So we do have such situations.
Okay.
Yes. And there are also situations where the court may revoke the police bond. We give someone a police bond, they are released on police bond. When they appear in court, the court may revoke that police bond, meaning that person, the accused person, will be sent back to the correctional facility.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. So what legal right do citizens have when they've been arrested in Zambia?
Thank you so much. Indeed, we say everyone is innocent until proven guilty. That principle is cardinal.
Yes.
No wonder at a police station, we call them suspects. Yeah. When they're in custody, we don't call them criminals.
Yes.
They are suspects. They are innocent people. Yes. Time and again, people query us to say, why don't we have beddings in police custody? Presumably, a police custody is a transit center. Okay, normal circumstances, within 24 hours, that person has to be taken to court. So they've got that right. Then they also have the right to communicate with the relatives, for instance. They can request that, they have a relative that they want to communicate to, access to a lawyer. That is their right as well, okay? Not to be tortured, for instance. Not to be forced to confess, for instance. When recording one and question statement, it has to be done freely and voluntarily, okay? So they have got that right to remain silent as well. In an event that we are questioning someone, they don't give us that feedback, it's their right to remain silent, not to answer to the charges or the offenses, the allegations that they have been labeled. So a number of rights.
In which case, then they can speak in court if they choose not to speak in police custody.
Exactly.
Okay.
Especially when doing a one and question statement. We are told as police that I cannot proceed in recording a one and question statement or asking that suspect any question before they are cautioned. That's what we call a warn and caution statement.
Okay.
Yeah, they have to be told why they're at the police station.
This is where their rights are read.
Indeed.
Yes.
Nature of the allegations, and we caution them that they've got a right to remain silent. And in an event that they say something, that which they say will be recorded and produced as evidence in the courts of law. Yeah,
okay.
That's that caution.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of the police being a transit place, how long can a suspect be held in custody before they are formally charged?
Yes, within 48 hours, that person has to appear in court. But I know there are certain situations where the suspect may spend longer in custody, longer time in custody. Yeah. For instance, if the case is non-bondable, for instance, murder, yeah, we do have situations where the suspect is facing an offense, the charge of murder, and murder takes time for the process to finish. Before they appear in court, the matter has to be taken to the National Prosecutions Authority. We are not the end in ourselves as police. We submit that docket to the National Prosecutions Authority, who needs to go through the docket, the case itself, analyzing it. Yes. If they feel that everything is okay, that's when it will be taken to court. So there are certain situations that, inevitably may make someone in custody for a longer period of time.
Okay, yeah. So that's pending their court appearance. However, how long should they stay before they are formally charged?
Before they are formally charged?
Yes.
A charge has to be taken there and then.
Okay.
Within 24 hours.
Okay.
As police, if we follow the Criminal Procedure Code, should be section 26. There's what we call 10 powers. Yes, we've been given the powers to put in custody any person that has committed a cognizable offense and any person whom we suspect to have committed an offense. Okay? Beyond reasonable doubt, if I suspect that this person have been given those powers to put them in custody, but it should not be longer than the stipulated time.
Which is
We've verified,
hours.
Yes, for at least 48 hours.
48
We've
hours.
verified, they are okay, nothing like that, then they will be released because it's within our powers as police. So we've been given that allowance, to put someone in custody, do our investigations quickly. If there's nothing, then they are released.
So if someone is denied police bond, for example, is there anything that they can do?
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's if they've committed a bondable offense.
A bondable offense, yes. One, there are oversight bodies that make sure that the police operate, within the confines of the law. External oversight bodies, in this case, it could be the Police Public Complaints Commission. You go and complain. Even to the court, you go and complain. Even within the police itself, right? There are appealing channels that one can exhaust. If it's a police station, you may see the one in charge of CID, we call them CIO, Criminal Investigations Officer, or the officer in charge of a police station, or the officer commanding. You are free, lodge your complaint, and then your matter will be assessed. So we have both internal and external oversight mechanisms.
Okay, so just before we go for a short break, what role does the sureties play in the bail and bond process, and what is the risk to them?
Thank you so much. So let me start from this angle about the conditions. So there are certain conditions where we say the suspect will be released or has been released on their own recognizance. So on their own recognizance, in that we don't need someone to represent you. We know where you stay. We know where you work. Is there a need of looking for someone to stand for you? No. So in this case, you'll be released on your own recognizance. Then other situations, we need someone to stand for you, whom we call a surety. So a surety is any person, eligible to stand for you. So from the surety as police, we would demand maybe their proof of residency, okay? And that's a person who will stand for you. Would demand a surety. It could be one or more sureties that we may demand for you.
Okay.
Yes.
So in other circumstances, the suspect can still be released without sureties.
Without sureties, yes, we call them being released, on their own recognizance.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not always that a surety is needed. We assess the matter as police. We say, in this case, I think it's okay. let's release them on their own recognizance. Then certain cases will need a surety to stand for you.
Okay. We are still with Mr. Godfrey Chilabi. We hope that this information is helping you as much as it is helping me. And we'll take a short break for now. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. You are still watching The People's Law, and our guest today is Mr. Godfrey Chilabi, and still speaking about our topic on bail and bond. Yeah. What are the responsibilities of sureties, and what is the risk attached to being a surety?
Indeed, thank you so much. So as I said earlier on, a surety is someone, or any person who stands on behalf, or representative of the suspect or accused person. So they do have, responsibilities that they need to follow. One, they must ensure that always when the accused person is supposed to appear at court, they have to be there from day one until when the matter is disposed of in court. That's their responsibility. So the other, responsibility is that of, we call them as ears, okay? On the part of the accused person. They need to check to ensure that the accused person is always available, as I said, when is needed. And they behave accordingly. Also, they need to make sure that the accused person adhere to the conditions that were stipulated either in the bail or the bond. So those are the key responsibilities of the surety. So the suretyship will only end when the matter is disposed of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or when the suspect has been convicted.
Has been convicted in court in this case.
Okay.
Yeah. So time and again, in fact, it's a good question. Time and again, we've observed as Zambia Police Service that, some people, end up being sureties or commit themselves as sureties and fail to perform what they're supposed to do, failing in their responsibilities. Maybe it becomes a challenge for them to be appearing in court every day.
Yes, sir.
For instance, I work here and it's your morning shift, and then you find that on that particular day you're supposed to be at court. You are always getting permissions at your place of work. So to others, it becomes, a disturbing, factor. And in this case, I must point out that any person is free to revoke themselves or to rescind themselves as sureties in any matter. Okay. So if you feel
even
that,
as the case is still ongoing?
As the case is still ongoing, this person is maybe the matter is, undergoing, the matter is, under trial. Just raise your hand in court, say, Your Worship or My Lord, Your Honor, I would like to recuse myself, as a surety in this matter. And then you move out. So what happens? The suspect will be taken in custody because
back
there's
into
no
custody.
surety indeed.
But
so
what if they're able to bring another surety?
Yeah, you must
would they
make sure
still need to go back in custody?
And then someone applies.
Okay.
Yes, that's the situation there.
All right.
So to members of the public, ensure that as you are committing yourself as a surety, ask from police officers what your responsibilities are, what it takes. It calls for commitment and concentration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. Would someone who already has a criminal record act as a surety for a suspect in police custody? Yeah,
it's a situational. And when you have a criminal record, of course, we may object to that as police because of that criminal record. You may have a criminal record, maybe that offense was committed 40 years ago, and then you are a changed person.
You're reformed.
So it's situational in that case.
Okay, okay. So now we do know that the law does not discriminate, whether it is a child, a pregnant woman, an adult. So how pregnant women and juveniles and women in general are supposed to be treated in police custody if it happens that they have broken the law and then they have to be arrested?
Thank you so much. If this person has come with a suspect, has come with a child, it depends on the age of the child. If that child, for instance, maybe is under 5 and be able to be cared by someone else, then relatives may say, okay, we'll keep the child. If there are no relatives, we do engage our colleagues, our counterparts, the Department of Social Welfare, who may move in and put that child, in custody. Yeah, in an event that maybe they are in a motherly way, of course, the situation will determine. It is for this reason that as Zambia Police Service, we do have the officers whom we call custody officers.
Okay.
Yes. So at every police station where we have a custody or cells, police cells, okay, we need to differentiate police custody and cells.
Okay.
We may reserve that for the other day. Police cells and
No,
custody.
we'll still need you to clarify
Exactly.
that, but please go ahead.
Exactly, yeah. So we do have what we call a custody officer. So the responsibility of this officer is to ensure that welfare of all the suspects in custody is maintained. Okay. We do have situations where maybe the suspect is on a certain drug. They do take this drug, maybe they have a condition, every day 20 hours, 22 hours, they need to take this drug. So the custody officer will make sure that all the welfare, medical requirements for the suspect in custody are attended to.
Have been met.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of, just maybe in very few words, you can distinguish between custody and...
Thank you so much. So custody means, someone whose freedom of movement has been curtailed by the police.
Okay.
Yes. It could be police officers here at Arcades apprehended this person and they're being taken to Mandayo, for instance. So that person is in police custody. As long as your freedom of movement has been curtailed, exactly, you're under police custody. Okay. Then cells, that's the actual building now, structure, where we put suspects at a police station.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do we also have house arrests in Zambia?
House arrests, on rare occasions that we do have such.
Okay.
Exactly.
Can you be detained for a civil matter? Can you be detained in police custody for a civil matter? Let's say, for example, debt. You're owing somebody money. Can you be arrested? Not
really. Mostly, predominantly, what we enforce as police officers are criminal offenses. Okay, criminal offenses, and for civil matters, we refer them to the courts of law. But we do have situations where a report is made and we do carry out our investigations and find that this matter is civil in nature from the facts that we've gathered as police. Someone may be brought at a police station, they're in custody. Then upon interviewing the complainant and the statement, one caution statement, we discover that the elements of criminal nature are not in this matter. Then we call that as a civil matter. We do have offenses that have a thin line to determine whether it's a civil or criminal. Okay. For instance, obtaining money by false pretenses. Okay? Obtaining goods by false pretenses. You have to be very careful as a police officer to draw a line in between. Okay? You find that the facts, brief facts, indicate that this matter tantamounts to a civil, all right? Especially in an event that maybe the suspect, as at that time, started even paying, okay? He got a 1,000 kwacha, he's been paying, there is a balance of 300 kwacha, then this person goes to court. I don't think there are criminal elements into this incident. It's a matter of someone finish up the payment, so I don't think there's a criminal element into that. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the People's Law is a show that wants you to understand your laws, your rights, and your responsibilities. And right now we're going to take a short break as we go to the streets and find out what the general public knows about bail and bond and the difference between the two. Okay, Mr. Lishoma, do you know the difference between police bond and bail?
According to my thinking, we are one and the same.
Okay, Chris, maishiba difference pali police bond na bail nishi?
Pali police bond na bail, yeah, nalishiba.
Sima tulondolo.
Other thing ndilondole sana. Naishiba kofi half of it.
Okay, yo ini half tiri niko po maishi.
Ofuna ishiba. Police bond era bati muntu barakusunga police bond waraba you can be mnani kane mulya kawingire mukati barakubika konse ko kara police bond then yema charges yobe yaraba within nankani then bail ena ikwata kwa charges aliko uplifted bila
Mrs. Chikasha, muzibapo chani pali difference ya police bond na bail?
Police bond ni jati wakugwira wenda police, then wenda kusainga police bond. That's the police bond. Then bail ni jati wenda court. Police bond demo za wenda court. And then ukaenda court manje pajwa kujaja then usaina bond ashani bond manje ya in bail.
Welcome back. You are still watching The People's Law, and our guest today is Mr. Godfrey Chilabi. So, Mr. Chilabi, maybe just clarify, because the issue of debt is a big issue, and we have heard people being taken to the police because they owe money. So what constitutes, what nature of debt does it have to be for it to be considered criminal?
Yeah, thank you so much. It depends on the circumstances. As I said, we do have situations where there is a thin line between criminal element and civil element. Let me give this example. I come to you and say, please, I'm asking for a credit from you. Give me a 2,000 kwacha. This is my name and my details. I'll pay you after 2 weeks. My phone number is here. And then from there, 2 weeks, approaches, I disappear. I don't answer my call. I've vanished. Where I used to stay, I've gone. In this case, my intention is to deprive you of that. Yes. Then the second scenario is, you give me that 2,000 kwacha, I start paying you a bit, I give you 500, 200, 300, and then there's a balance of maybe 200 kwacha, and I'm not seen. So these are two different scenarios. In the first instance, there is an intention of depriving you, defrauding you, of your property or your money. In this case, they are what we call criminal constitutive elements into this incident. But the second scenario, commitment was there. The idea maybe to deprive you was not there. So you find that there's a thin line in between. So we follow the elements. We do have certain situations. Someone comes to a police station and lodges a complaint there that, got their money and disappeared. But when we apprehend the suspect, we find that indeed commitment was made. What is just remaining is a balance of 500 kwacha. That's purely a civil matter. Yes. Okay. And in this case, we say police officers are not debt collectors and should not be abused as debt collectors in this case. Okay,
so we can safely say that debt in itself is a civil case unless it contains certain criminal elements.
Yes, it's a civil, and there are certain situations where it may degenerate into criminal nature, depending on the circumstances that are there. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, thank you very much for that clarity. I know that's information that will be found very useful to most of our viewers. Yeah. So in an event that the surety is not formally employed, does that disqualify them from standing as surety for someone who's in police custody?
No, not really. Any person, as I said, it's conditioned. I know the myth that we have is that a surety should be someone who is in formal employment. Not at all. Okay? So as long as as police officers, we are convinced that this surety is of fixed abode. Doesn't matter whether they're in formal employment or not, whether they're in private sector
government
or public sector, it doesn't matter. As long as we are convinced that this surety is genuine. Including, as I said, those that are not working. In a village setup, for instance, a letter is enough from the village head person to confirm that indeed the surety is coming from such a village. We'll get that, we'll put that into consideration. It's formal. A confirmation has been made. And in other situations, we don't even demand letters. Yes, as long as this person has come, is a known person in this village, in this locality, in this residential area, definitely we may not demand for the letter as a surety in this case. Yeah.
Okay. So all bail applications are done through in writing?
Applications, not at all. As I said, you don't need to write. Just a matter of you appearing
Okay.
here in court. At a police station, just a matter of you verbally making that request to the police officers.
Okay.
I'm requesting for a bond. You don't need to apply for a letter so that it's approved or not. That letter that is involved in that, it's just a matter of maybe it's a matter of confirmation to say indeed this person is coming from such and such a place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Chilawi, before we finally let you go, I would like you to just speak to our audience and just give them a word of advice and what they should expect from the police. And also, should they have any complaints against the police themselves, what they can do.
Yeah, thank you very much. And let me share the experiences of bond that we encounter as police. We do have situations where we request the surety or potential surety to bring the letters of introductory letters. You know, with the advent of AI, we've been seeing people bringing, forged letters on forged letterheads. Okay, that is an offense. If we discover that you've brought to the police station a letter written on a forged letterhead, then you'll be charged for forgery and uttering a document. So we have to be truthful when we go to the police station and present ourselves as sureties. So let's avoid forgery. Then secondly, what is it that we need to know as members of the public with regard to police bond? Once more, police bond is free. You don't have to pay anything in an event that you are requesting for a police bond. As I said, a police bond is absolutely free. And when you are given police bond, please do not interfere with witnesses. Okay, or trying to defeat the cause of justice. That is an offense. Who will arrest you or rearrest you, and you'll be in custody for some time. Now, to our members of the community out there, in an event that you've seen the surety is out there, okay, they have been arrested, same day or following day, they are released in custody. Please avoid taking the law into your own hands. We are always accused of maybe being bribed as police officers. It's given money to police officers and this person is released. Secondly, maybe, members of the public will resort to instant mob justice, descending on the police or maybe descending on the suspect. Please let's know that someone can be released on bond or bail and the law allows that. There's also another question where people need to know defilement. Okay, is defilement bearable or bondable? Yes, defilement is bearable or bondable. Okay, that's what we need to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Chilawi, thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate all the insights and information that you've given us. And to our viewers, if you have any questions, if you have more questions, if you need any clarity, please feel free to interact with us on our social pages. We are on Facebook, we're on TikTok, and we are on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of The People's Law. We hope it was as informative as we hoped it would be, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.